What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the Energized Lifestyle Podcast, the show where we explore how small lifestyle changes can make a huge difference in your health, longevity, and quality of life as you age. I'm your host, Shayna Lee, and in today's episode, we're talking about something that doesn't always get enough attention: muscle. So, not just for strength or aesthetics, but for its incredible role in disease prevention and overall health. We tend to focus a lot on cardio or diet when we think about losing weight or preventing chronic illnesses, but having muscle mass is one of the most powerful tools for reducing the risk of diseases, weight loss, supporting healthy aging, improving mental health, and really just boosting your overall well being. So, whatever your health and wellness goals, muscle has your back. In this episode, we're going to break down how muscle mass can help prevent or even manage a range of diseases from type 2 diabetes, osteoporosis, cardiovascular disease, and so much more. So, let's just jump right into it, y'all. I want to first start off talking about muscle and metabolic health. So, I currently work as a personal trainer here in Orange County, and I work with clients both in person and online. And the main thing that most of my clients want when they come to see me is they want to lose weight. And how we do that effectively, and dare I say permanently, is we lead with muscle first, okay? So we focus on the muscle. So if your goal is fat loss, we need to focus on building muscle. And as a side effect of that, you will lose body fat. You will lean down. So I always say lead with muscle and everything else falls into place. Okay, so we need to focus on the muscle. Okay. Let's actually start with one of the biggest health concerns of our time: metabolic disease. So, specifically, type 2 diabetes and insulin resistance. Now, we know that obesity, poor diet, and lack of physical activity or sedentary lifestyle are major risk factors for type 2 diabetes. But did you know that muscle plays a crucial role in managing your blood sugar? It does. Muscle is incredibly active metabolically, meaning that it will burn energy even at rest. So, the more muscle mass you have, the better your body can process glucose or sugar, keeping the blood sugar levels stable. So, when you think about type 2 diabetes, when you say you eat carbohydrates, right? And if your carbohydrates don't have anywhere to go live, like because muscle houses the glycogen, then that's when you have the glucose kind of just floating around in the bloodstream. And that's not good. So, the science behind it: when you exercise, particularly with strength training, your muscles become more sensitive to insulin. This means that your muscles are more effective at taking glucose from the bloodstream and using it for energy. On the flip side, if you have less muscle, your body becomes more resistant to insulin, which can lead to higher blood sugar levels and, again, increase your risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Research has shown that even moderate increases in muscle mass can significantly reduce the risk of insulin resistance and improve blood sugar control. So, for example, a study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that muscle mass was strongly correlated with better insulin sensitivity in older adults. So, if you're looking to ward off diabetes or improve blood sugar control, building and maintaining muscle is key. Okay, still. Now, let's talk about heart health. Okay, so moving on to another health benefit of having that lean skeletal muscle mass, our heart. That's something that we all want to protect, right? Cardiovascular disease is one of the leading causes of death worldwide, But the good news is that having more muscle mass can help lower your risk of developing heart disease. So, how does muscle benefit the heart? First, muscle mass improves circulation and can help lower blood pressure. Muscle tissue uses glucose and fats for energy, which means that having more muscle can help lower fat levels in the bloodstream, reducing the risk of conditions like high cholesterol and triglycerides. Both are risk factors for heart disease. In fact, studies have shown that muscle strength is directly associated with lower blood pressure and better cardiovascular disease. A large study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association found that adults with higher muscle mass had a significantly lower risk of cardiovascular disease regardless of their body fat percentage. You guys, so this means that even if you have some extra body fat, whether it be 10 pounds, 20, 30 pounds, even if you have even if you have extra body fat, if your body has more skeletal muscle mass, you're actually more protected from cardiovascular disease, even though you're overweight. I'm not saying that being overweight is okay by any means or healthy by any means, but adding that lean muscle mass gives you another layer of protection. Okay, so it's still maintaining muscle mass, still provides that powerful protection against heart disease. Okay. Additionally, strength training can improve your heart's efficiency by increasing your cardiac output, which is how much blood your heart pumps per minute. Okay. This leads to better oxygen delivery throughout your body, helping to reduce the strain on your heart, improving circulation. I want to move on to talking about bone health. So one of the most common bone-related conditions, osteoporosis, is characterized by fragile bones that break easily. And it's especially common in older adults, particularly women after menopause. And here's where muscle comes in, ladies, okay? Building and maintaining muscle mass is one of the most effective ways to prevent osteoporosis. How does this work? Well, when you engage in resistance training or weight-bearing exercises, you put stress on your bones, okay? This stress triggers bone remodeling or the cell proliferation process where your bones become denser and stronger over time to be able to handle that stress, okay? So whether it's body weight, whether you are lifting weights, it doesn't matter, okay? As long as we're putting stress on the bones by doing any kind of strength-based exercise, it's going to improve that bone density over time. Studies have shown that strength training can significantly increase bone mineral density, especially in the areas like the spine and the hips. So, for example, a study published in the Journal of Bone and Mineral Research found that people who combined resistance training with weight-bearing activities had a significant reduction in bone loss compared to those who did not. So, by building muscle, you're not just getting stronger, you're also making your bones stronger, which, again, reduces the risk of fractures and osteoporosis as you age. And that's what we're all about, right? We want to stay healthy and happy even as we age. All right, I'm going to shift gears here a little bit and talk about mental health, which I feel is often overlooked when talking about muscle. So believe it or not, muscle mass plays a huge role, significant role in mental well-being and cognitive function. And, you guys don't attack me here, but, I call exercise my medicine. I got to go to the gym. I got to take my daily medicine. I got to go to the gym and work out, get the crazy out. Because if I don't work out, I feel like I have more anxiety. I have social anxiety, depression. I just feel all over the place. I can't focus as well. I literally start to feel kind of crazy. So maybe some of you can relate to that. At least I know some of you that I talk to in person, conversations with clients. They say the same thing. So we all know that exercise can improve mood, reduce anxiety, fight depression. But strength training increases the production of endorphins. Okay, that's your body's natural feel good chemicals, which help alleviate symptoms of stress, anxiety, depression, etc. Um, Moreover, muscle mass is linked to better cognitive function as we age. Studies suggest that strength training can help preserve brain health and reduce the risk of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and dementia. So, work out, lift weights to keep your brain healthy. One study in the Journal of Gerontology, hopefully I'm saying that right, found that older adults who engaged in regular strength training had a significant improvement in cognitive function compared to those who didn't. So, again, that just means that maintaining muscle mass isn't just good for your body, it's also good for your brain. Another critical area where muscle plays a role is in chronic inflammation. So, chronic inflammation is associated with a wide range of diseases, from autoimmune disorders like cardiovascular disease and cancer. Chronic inflammation is often referred to as the silent killer because it contributes to disease progression without any clear symptoms. So, here's the good news: muscle helps reduce inflammation. How? Well, muscle tissue releases myokines. These are anti-inflammatory proteins that help modulate immune function and lower levels of systemic inflammation. So the more muscle you have, the more myokines are released into your body, helping to combat inflammation. Research has shown that people with higher muscle mass tend to have lower levels of chronic inflammation. One study found that resistance training specifically, sorry guys, I'm actually reading this note. One study found that resistance training significantly reduced markers of inflammation in older adults, highlighting the protective benefits of maintaining muscle mass, especially as we age. Now, this last section, I want to talk a little bit about cancer, okay? Specifically how muscle can help reduce your risk. This one is really important to me because I've had a few very close friends pass away from cancer. And so I cannot preach this enough, you guys. Like this entire podcast is dedicated to, or this episode at least, is dedicated, well, the whole podcast, to muscle first. Muscle first, because it truly is helping your body to heal. So there is no, sure way to prevent cancer, but research has shown that regular strength training and adding that lean skeletal muscle mass can help reduce the risk of certain types of cancer, such as colon cancer and breast cancer. So how does it help? First, building muscle helps with weight management, which is critical because obesity is a known risk factor for several cancers. Muscle mass also helps regulate hormones like insulin and estrogen, both of which are linked to cancer risk. For example, lower levels of insulin can help prevent the overgrowth of cancer cells, and lower estrogen levels, and in some cases can reduce the risk of hormone-related cancers. In addition, muscle mass has been linked to improved immune function, which helps the body fight off potential cancerous cells. Some studies even suggest that people with more muscle mass have a better overall survival rate following cancer treatment. So, to sum it up, muscle mass is more than just an aesthetic look or a measure of physical strength. It plays an essential role in preventing or managing a variety of diseases, from metabolic conditions like type 2 diabetes to heart disease, osteoporosis, mental health issues, and even cancer. The best part, you don't have to be a bodybuilder to reap these benefits. Regular strength training even if it's just a few times a week, can have a profound impact on your health. So, if you're looking to prevent disease and improve your longevity, it's time to prioritize building and maintaining muscle, whether through weightlifting, resistance bands, body weight exercises, or other forms of strength training. Making muscle a part of your daily routine. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's episode of The Energized Lifestyle. If you enjoyed this podcast, don't forget to share it with a friend, leave us a review, and come back next week for more tips on how to live your healthiest life. Ciao.